recently in London. Sir has been awarded as International Chataka Award. Presently, sir is also a member of CCIM, Central Council of Indian Medicine, and presently he is working as Principal Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya Hubballi. So with this brief introduction, I welcome Dr. Prashanth A sir for the session to talk about the neurological problems what we have in clinical practice. So most of the practitioners are present in the group. It will be very much beneficial for you. Thank you, everyone. I welcome Dr. Prashanth A sir. I'll hand over the session to sir.
So good afternoon, everybody. So during this lockdown season, this will give us opportunity to Tadvidya Sambhasha, Tadvidya Sambhasha Vardhana as the. So today let us discuss and brief about neurological issues management according to Ayurveda. Now whenever we Vata disorders, Vata Vyadhi, it comes under so many clinical problems. For example, when Koshtagata Vata, Buddha Pakwashagata Vata, like problems are discussed, it should come under gastroneurological components. When we speak the possibility of Sandhigata Vata or orthopedic problems, then we should consider the Asthigata Vata and other components. There are even psychoneurological issues like what Tattvabhinivesha and so on. We do come across other aspects of the neurological problems in the practice. Conditions like Pakshagata, clinical problems like Ardita, Manyastamba, Gridrasiroga, etc. are very common in the day-to-day practice. Now, Vata Vyadhi has been categorized into two classifications as per the Naidanika Samprapti. Number one is Dhatukshay Nimittaja, and the second component is Margavarana Nimittaja. Vayur Dhatukshayat Kopo Margasya Avaranena cha. Vayur Dhatukshayat Kopo Margasya Avaranena cha. Dhatukshaya leading to Vata Prakopa. Achaya Puruka Vruddhi is taken place. Margasya Avaranena cha. Now, Avarana is a very big topic. When we speak about the Samanya Rogas, in the Samanya Roga Prakarana, Sangha, Atipravritti, Vimargagamana, Srotogranthi, like various possibilities we come across. When we go to the conditions like Vata Vyadhi, problems like Shula Roga, maybe even in Shwasa Roga, we come across the possibilities of Avarana. What is Avarana? Tatra Avaranaha Gati Nirodhaha. Gati of what? Gati of Vayu. Gati of any Gatiman, Dosha, Dhatu, Mala, etc. Tatra Avaranaha Sangaha. Avarana, it is Sangarupi Avarana. There is a Sruto Roda, obstruction, occlusive phenomenon. For example, in a neurological problem, if there is a sensory change due to paralysis of a nerve, Gati of Vayu, because here, Va Gati Gandanayohu, especially the Chala Guna of Vata is getting hindered. Further, what happens? We have to imagine a nerve just like an electric wire. In the electric wire, how the current or the flow goes in a similar fashion. Vata, due to its chalaguna, moves along with other doshic entities like Pitta and Kapha. Probably the nervous tissue should be Kapha dosha, and the electronic changes, what is happening along with the temperature changes, are to be attributed to Pitta. Tatra avarana sangaha gatirupa is getting occluded. For example, in carpal tunnel syndrome, the CTS, what we generally call, so there is an occlusion at the level of the wrist joint. The radial foramen is getting occluded, compressed, further causing severe numbness, pain, cramp, etc. Probably a condition like Kanjatva, Kallitu, Pada Janga Uru, Karamula Avamotanatvam, Pada Jangoru Karamula Avamotani, Hastabramsha, Pada Bramsha, like issues are spoken in the Nanatmaja Patavyadi Prakarana. Hence, in CTS or in carpal tunnel syndrome, there is an avarana, there is Sangarupa, there is Tatra avarana Sangaha. Further, we can say, in a blood vessel, if there is an occlusion causing Gati Avaroda for the flow of the Gati of Rakta and further Gati of Vayu, Vyana Vayu. For example, Panchabhautikantu Apare, Jiva Raktam Ahur Acharya, Visrata Travata Ragaha, Spandanam Naguta Tata, Bhumyadinam Guna Heshe, Drishyante Chapi Shonite. Gati of Rakta, Rasaraktabhisarana is getting occluded in conditions like severe vasculopathies, in conditions like severe vasculitis. Gati of Raktadhatu or Rasarakta Abhisarana is getting occluded. What happens here? A condition like Raynaud's phenomenon. Now here, Raktavaha Srotas is getting involved. The Samprapti of Vata Shonita should be interpreted. That is, in Vata Shonita, Vata and Rakta, Gati of Rakta is getting occluded by Vata, and Gati of Vayu is getting occluded by the Rakta, that is Dushita Rakta. Hence, in Raynaud's phenomenon, due to the edema, due to the swelling in the tunica intima, due to the chronic vasculopathy, inflammatory condition, Gati of Rakta is getting occluded, causing changes in the pulse, feeble pulse, absential pulse, leading to severe numbness. A patient will come to the outpatient department saying, "See, doctor, last few months onwards, there is a terrible numbness over the upper extremity. There is an aching pain sometimes. There is Shita Vidvesha due to Shishira Rutu, due to Hemanta Rutu. When I touch to the cold water, my condition worsens." That indicates the Vriddhi and Prakopa of Vayu. So Vayu is getting further multiplied, getting provoked by the Shita. Uttena Yukta Rukshadhyaha Karoti Vayoha Sanchayam Shitena Kopam. Shitena Kopam, Shita and Rukshaguna together causing Prakopa of Vayu. So here the Chalaguna of Vayu is getting occluded. That is Tatra Avaranaha Sangaha Vayur Vivruddho Vriddena Raktena Avarita Patihi Kristam Sandushayit Raktam Tajniyam Vatashunitam. Vayur Vivruddho Vriddena Raktena Avarita Patihi. In the Gati of Rakta is getting occluded, and further the Gati of Vayu is also occluded. So there is the Anyonya Avarana. That is why in the Vata Shonita Prakarana Acharya Charaka speaks that Raktamargam Nihantyashu Shaka Sandishu Margaha. Raktamarga is getting occluded at the level of the Shaka extremities. Nivishyam Anyonyam Avarya. He applies a typical term, Anyonyam Avarya, Anyonya Avarana, Vata causing obstruction to the Gati of Rakta, Rakta causing in turn to the Gati of Vata is getting occluded. Further, Nivishyam Anyonyam Avarya, Vedanabir Hare Dasu. Due to the Tivra Vedana, death may occur. Hence, in Raynaud's phenomenon, what is the ultimate complication? that is myocardial infarction. Myocardial infarction leading to death. So chronic vasculopathy, acute vasculopathy, tunica intima, and the interstitial tissues like tunica media, externa are getting swollen, causing gati of vayu is getting occluded, and there will be terribly aching pain, resulting the coronary artery disease, and myocardial infarction is the manifestation, followed by death. Nivishyam anyonyam avarya vedanabir haredasam. Now, this may not be a true neurological issue, but the vasonervorum, which is involved, which is supplying to the vascular tissue, causing pain. So, Shita Vidveshaha, Ushtena Yukta Rukshadyaha, Karoti Vayo Sanchayam, Shitena Kopam, Shitena Kopam. So, Shita Vidvesha will be there. Patient comes with these features. Further, we have to discuss the avarana in another entity. Tatra avarana gati nirodha. Gati of vayu is getting occluded. Now, gati, probably you have to speak about the electrical impulse. In different neuropathies, maybe alcoholic neuropathy, maybe a condition like diabetic neuropathy, what happens? Sukti, swapa, harsha, chumchumadeha. Sukti, harshadi lakshanas are told in the Nanatmaja Vata Vyadis. Bosha, Josha, Sukti, Swapa, Pada Harsha, etc. So, in the diabetic neuropathy, posterior horn cell damage will be there. Posterior horn cells of the spinal cord is known for the control of sensory nervous system, sensation. If there is a degeneration of posterior horn cell, what will happen? So there will be a sensory change like anesthesia, like paresthesia, numbness, stock and glow appearance, and patient may feel that the touch sensation is gradually coming down. Sukti Swapadi Lakshana. In the Urustamba Prakarana, Acharya applies a very typical term in the form of a symptom called as Tatra Parakiya Ivabhasa Uruchet Pratipadyate. The Urubhaga or the Saktibhaga will almost become just like Parakiya Ivabhasa. It is not belonging to me, it is of somebody else. It is of somebody else means there is a total loss of sensation momentary. Now, Gati of Vayu is getting occluded. That is, Tatra Avarana Marga Nirodha. In the Panthana, in the Marga, the Gati of Vayu is getting occluded, causing the electrical impulse not getting carried. That is why when the sensory nerve conduction velocity study, when the motor nerve conduction velocity studies are conducted, you will see there is a severe disturbance or a failure. In such a condition of diabetic neuropathy, what happens? Stock and glow appearance. Today's patient, of course, in this particular era, a patient may definitely speak about what is glow or what is a PP, etc. But in olden days, or even in rural India, if a patient comes from that particular area, he will say, "Doctor, I am getting a subjective sensation as if I am walking over the cow dung. I am walking on the cow dung." So that says that there is an increased numbness and there is a perverted sensation, there is paresthesia. Sometimes patients used to come to us, "Doctor, I feel my chappals are getting removed without my knowledge. When I walk around, one of my chappals is no more is available. Somewhere I have lost it." What is that indicating? It indicates there is a sensory change, there is a motor change. There is a sensory loss and the grip sensation between the toes is getting lost. In such a way, Gati Nirodha, Gati of Vayu is getting occluded. Now, in such a situation, we come across the treatment like Udvartana, because Udvartana is an important Kafahara Chikissa. Udvartanam to Kafaharam, Medasacha Pavilayanam, Sthirikarana Manganam, Tvak Prasadanakaram Param. So Udvartana is Kafagna, no doubt. Udvartana is Vatahara also. Depending upon the drug combination, we'll get Vatahara effect. For example, in the Sneham Adhyaya, Charaka explains one of the yogas, that is Kola Kulattadi Udvartana Yoga. Kolam Kulattam Suradaru Prasna Muro atasi taila falani kushta vataminam sagrata pradeha. Now, when the yoga is designed in such a way, and if you do udvartanam kafaharam nidasat pravilayanam, without any doubt. Further, it is not only kafagna, it is vatahara also. Because when the udvartana yoga is designed, it is having a pharmacological effect, beyond any doubt. It is having a thermal effect due to the procedure. It is having a physical effect due to the contact. Now, the physical, thermal, and the pharmacological effect of the drug should be analyzed. In such way, when there is an increased numbness, when there is sukti swapa, when the patient is losing the sensation in the form of different degrees, the udvartana should be the very, very ideal treatment. So that in the Kafavata Vata Prakarana, Acharya says, Shaitya Shofa Gurutvani, Tasminnevacha Kafavrate. Shaitya Shofa Gurutva. Vata is Shita, Kapha is also Shita. When Vata and Kapha both are together, the increased Shaityata will be there. Because of that, cold and clammy extremities will be one of the presentations in hemiplegia or Pakshagata, if it is Kafanabandi. Shaitya Shofa Gurutvani, there will be swelling. Gurutva, increased heaviness. Gurutva, Shofa are the Kafalakshanas, and Shaitya due to Kapha and Vayu together. Tasminnevacha Kafavrate. What is the treatment? Langana, Ayasa, Katwadi Upashayo Adhikam, Udvartanam cha. Langana, that is Sharirayasa Janaka Karma, like the Dipanapatana Prayoga in the form of Dravabhuta Chikisa. Further, Sharirayasa Janaka Karma in the form of Vyayama. Langana Ayasa Katwadi Upashayo Adhikam, Katurasatmaka Veshita Prayoga. What is the Katurasatmaka Veshita Prayoga in the Vata Vyadi? That should be Lashuna. Though Lashuna is Pancharasa, Amlena Rasena Vardiptaha, Amlena Rasena Unaha, Lashunaha, Rasonaha, it is Katurasa Pradhan. So Katurasatmaka Dravya like Vacha, Katurasatmaka Dravya like Kuberaksha, they are all used in Vata Vyadi, even Rasna. So, Langana has a Katwa Pashavadikam and even Udvartanam Chahitam. In such a way, in peripheral neuropathy, when we have to execute, we will have to think about the possibility of a nervous tissue and the.
एक बार बंद कर दे इसको, थोड़ी देर के लिए बंद कर, थोड़ी देर. हाँ बेटा, कान में देना शाइन. शाइन बोलिया बेटा.
Mute your audio, full speaking.
शाइन ले आओ बेटा.
Tatra Avarana Annadosha Samsarga. Another Avarana is nothing but association of another dosha, association of another influence, causing influence.
Clapping for Raghumanyo.
Audible?
Hello? So regarding the next condition, that is Pittavrata Vata. It is not there. Pittavrata Vata. So in Pittavrata Vata, Pittavrate Sadaharti, Twang Mamsantrajo Brisham, Kuryat Saragascha, Shvetuscha, Jayante Mandalanicha. In herpes simplex infestation, in herpes zoster infestation, from one point to the other point, from one end to the other end, a burning sensation is referred along with the pain. Saraga Shvetuscha in Kafadika or Kafavatavata, and Arthayukta Daha, Shulayukta Daha, pain along with burning sensation. Pain along with burning sensation is observed whenever there is Pitta Samyoga or Pitta overshadowing over the Vata dosha, Pittavrata Vata. So Tatra Avarana Anya dosha samsargaha, Anya dosha samsarga. The influence of the other doshas will be there over the Vata. Hence, we'll have to advocate Visarpa Chikissa, maybe Visarpanashaka Grita yogas like Mahatikta Grita, Tiktaka Grita, and Bahya Prayoga, Shatadauta, Sahasradauta Grita, etc. Gritam Pittanila Haram. Grita is Pittahara, no doubt, it is Vatahara also. Grita is the Parama Beshaja for Pitta, Paramoshada. Hence, if there is association of Pitta Sayukta Vata, that is Pittavrata Vata, and we have to educate this line of treatment along with Virechana. Virechana Grita Prayoga. Vyachasa Chikitsa has been also spoken in the Shastra. What is Vyachasa Chikitsa? Vyatyaset Kare Tatra Shita Mushtam Chatata Kriyam. Alternate type of cold and hot therapy. In vasculopathies, in vascular disorders, even today some of the surgeons practice alternate type of cold and hot therapy. Vyatyaset Kare Tatra Shita Mushtam Chatata Kriyam. Pitta is Ushna, basically, we have to go for Shita Prakriya. Vata is basically Shita, we have to go for the Sukoshna Upachara, and Vyatyaset Kare Tatra Shita Mushtam Chatata Kriyam. Continuously, if one is giving Shita Upakrama, Shita Dravya Prayoga, Vata may further worsen. And Pitta Shamana will be definitely there. Continuously, if one is advising Ushna Upakrama, then there is a possibility of getting Pitta Prokop. In that sense, Vyatyaset Kare Tatra Shita Mushtam Tata Kriyam. Some of the Jivaniya Gritas, Vidaryadi Grita, like yogas, are also spoken in this particular context. Hence, Tatra Avarana Sangaha, Tatra Avarana Gatirodha, Avarana Anyadosh Samsarga, Avarana Pantana Nirodha. Pantana is Srotamsi, Pantana is a Srotas or a channel. For example, in Mutravrata Vata, there will be a problem like neurological bladder. What happens here? Tatra Mutra Apravartirva. Sometimes a patient comes with incontinence of urine. Neurological bladder followed by incontinence of urine. So urine will be beyond his control, beyond self-control. So that is Mutratita, like condition in Mutragata. Mutra Apravartirva. Sometimes the bladder will be retented. Now what is the treatment? So here the treatment is Avapidaka Gata Prayoga, Avapidaka Snehapana, Ado Nabi Gate Vate, Hitam Anuvasanam, Avagahanam, Avapidanam Cha. Anuvasana, Avagahana, and Avapidana. Anuvasana Vasti, because the Apanavata Vaigunya will be there. Avagaha Sweda, Stamba Gaurava Shitagnam, Swedanam, Swedakarakam, Stamba Gaurava Shitagnam, the Stabdata, Mutra Stabdata will be there. And in the Vankshana Pradesh, there will be Gurutva will be there. Tamba Gaurava Shitagnam. And because of Sankocha, patient will be getting chills and rigors. Swedanam Swedakarakam. Due to that, there will be vasodilator effect. And Srota, Sankocha is getting attended. In such a way, Anuvasana, Avagahana, and the last one is Avapidana. Avapidana in this context is definitely Avapidaka Snehapana. Mutrajeshta Tatpanam. In Mutraja Vikara, Tatpanam, that is Gritapana, in the Madhyama Matra. Jiranantikam Yo Matraya, in the Jiranantika Matra, means a person should digest the sneha in a particular matra, that is Madhyama matra, Pibet Yojana Dvayam, in 2 Yojana kalas, the sneha prayoga is made. Of course, Vyakyanakara of Ashtanga Hridaya opines differently, Ranadatta and Hemadri. Whatever may be the opinion, in practice, this Aupidaka Snehapana making wonders in Vastigata Vikara and in Adonabhigata Vikara. In Vastigata Vikara like Adonabhigata Vata, today's prostate like benign prostate hypertrophy and conditions like incontinence of bladder, Shaya Mutra like conditions in pediatric age group and children, then Aupidaka Sneha Prayoga, Pastyamayantika Gritam, Pastyamayantika Gritam, Trikantaka Snehapana, Pastyamayantika Grita, Trikantaka Grita Snehapana, Sukumar Grita like yogas, especially acting on the genitourinary system or the elementary canal or the Apana Pradesha, it is advised for our Pidaka Snehapana Vidhana. In that way, Amarana is a very great context, and clinically we have to understand what is Amarana, we have to apply as per the treatment plans. Further, when we go to the Vatavyadis, definitely in Vatavyadi, like Pakshagata, we'll have thromboembolic episodes. The internal carotid artery occlusion, internal carotid artery blocks, conditions like formation of a thrombus, formation of an embolus, etc., causing vascular pathology, and there will be a deficit, neurological deficit. What is a thrombus? We study regarding the Damani Pratitaya in the Nanatmaja Vikara out of Kapha. Damani Pratitayam Nama, Damani Upalepaha. The intima of the vessel wall due to the Santarpana Janita Ahara is getting coated or occluded. Maybe by the prayoga of the Abhishyandi Dravya, Gauravat, Paichalyat, Rudva, Rasamaha, Siraha, Datte Gauram Abhishyandi, Tat Yatasyat Dhadi. Gaurava, Gurutva, Guruguna Vriddhi of Kapha. Medas is also Gurugunatmaka, Gaurava, Paichilya, ice cream, different milk byproducts, maybe the animal flesh like Mamsa, Mamsa is again Abhishyandi, Matsya is Abhishyandi, Vartaka is Abhishyandi. So Santarpana causing Sroto Liptata. Gauravat, Paichilya, Drutva, Rasamahasiraha, the blood vessels, Rasayanis are occluded by the Kafadosha, Dushta Kafa, and by the Vedhodhatu. The tunica intima is getting coated by these different Malapadarthas, Maladраvyas. And due to the Malasanchaya, the atherosclerosis is formed. Shleshmanaha, Sneha Katinyam, Kandu Shitatva Gauravam. By the Kafakopa, there will be Sneha Gunavruddhi. Katinyam, Katinata, there is an hardness. So in atherosclerosis, Sneha Gunavruddhi, Praya, Snehat Veda Pravartate. And Katinyam, hardness will be there, causing obstructive changes. Further, oxygen, the blood, and the nutrition will not be supplied to the tissues. So in Pakshagata or in hemiplegia, due to thrombotic episodes, so there is a formation of a thrombotic plaque. So this plaque is getting separated from the area, goes to the periphery, maybe the middle meningeal artery, MMA, or the middle cerebral artery. So middle cerebral artery, middle meningeal artery, etc., they are getting occluded, causing a neurological deficit. In the neurological deficit, we will have two aspects. Number one is reversible ischemic neurological deficit. Reversible changes. So patient gets all of a sudden weakness, and this attender will say that, doctor, yesterday night my father was all right. When we saw him in the morning, he was unable to get up from the bed. He was unable to lift his hands, and he is unable to attend the natural calls. And also there is a speech disorder like dysarthria, difficulty in articulation. What that says, So there is a reversible change. So there is a possibility like Pakshagata. Maybe if there is Alpadoshavastha, that is why in Patavyadi, Avyakta Lakshanam Tesham Pura Rupam iti Spratam has been spoken. Avyakta Lakshanam Tesham Pura Rupam iti Spratam. What is Avyakta Lakshanam? There is a Patantara. Avyakto Alpavyakto Va. In Alpavyakta, the patient comes, there is a reversible change. What you call transient ischemic attack, TIA. Transient, very slow, slow and slow, the ischemia will be there. And because of the defect and deficiency of nutrition, blood and oxygen, there is a temporary change. If you start providing the nutrition, definitely the area is getting sufficient amount of oxygen and patient may get reversible change. How? For example, the prayoga of Vacha Rasayana. Again, Vacha is Katu, it is Vashna, and one of the very important Rasayana, which is Vak Bala Pravartaka. That is why, in conditions like Disarthriya, the Saraswati or Vacha is advised. If you go to the Adhikara, where Dhanada Nayanadi Kashayam has been told. What is Dhanada Nayana? Dhanadipati is Kubera. Dhanada Nayana, Kuberaksha. Kuberaksha, Kantaki Karanja Phala. So, Kantaki Karanja Phala, Vacha, Lashuna, etc. are the ingredients. In such a way, if there is a Katurasatma Dravya, which is Ushnavirya, which is Vatakafagna, so Shodaka, and Vacha is a beautiful Rasayana, Shodaka, as well as it is Pramati. Nijaviryena Yadravyam, Srotebhyo Doshasanchayam, Nirasyati Pramati Syat. Nijaviryena Yadravyam, due to its Ushnavirya, due to its Prabhava, Srotebhyo Doshasanchayam, in the Srotamsi, in the blood vessel, or in the nerve, maybe at the level of the axons and the dendrites, if it is able to stimulate Nijaviryena Yadravyam, Srotebhyo Dosha Sanchaya, Srotopada Dosha Sanchaya is getting removed. Nirasyati. Pramati Syat, Tadyata, Maricham Vacha. Maricha and Vacha comes here. Maricha, of course, in Vatavyadi, we advise Pippali. We advise Trikatu for Soto Shodra. Pippali Rasayana, it is not only Juragana, it is Shwasara, it is Vatavyadihara, Vardhamana Pippali Rasayana, one of the indications. Lashuna Rasayana, Shuddha Kalko Rasonasya, Tiratailena Mishritaha, Vatarogan Jay Tiuran, Vishamajara Nashakaha. Shuddha Kalko Rasonasya, Lashuna Kalka has been to be prepared. Shuddha, it should be Shuddha. So Shuddhi should be made by Takra. So Takra Shvodita Lashuna. Why? All Pancharasas are there. Rasena Amlena Vardita, as spoken earlier. Now you will be giving Amla Rasa because Takra is basically Am. And not only that, by the influence of the Takra, some of the other Lakshanas like Daha, etc. will come down. So Lashuna induced Daha. Lashuna Janya Daha. Lashuna Upayoga Janya Daha will come down if Takra Prayoga is made. Or the Takra Shodhita Lashuna will become like that. So Shuddha Kalko Rasonasya Tila Tailena Mishritaha. Taila is the ultimate Vatahara. That is why Sharira Rajanam Doshanam Kramena Paramoshadam Vastir Vidreku Vamanam Tata Tailam Kritam Madhu. Vishesha Medya Pishita Rasa Taila Anuvasana Pita. In the conclusion of Vadadosha Upakrama, Vishesha Medya. So you have to give Medrasayana. Vacha is Medrasayana. One of the very, very important Medrasayana spoken by Acharya Sushrita and Vaidya Govinda in Vaishyajaratnavali. Vishesha Medya Pishita Rasa Taila. So Mamsarasa. Taila Prayoga. Anuvasana Pita. Anuvasana Basti. That is Taila Basti is indicated. That's how in the transient ischemic attack, Pramati Dravya Prayoga, like Pippali or Vacha, Lekaniya Dravyas, and Dhanada, Nayanadi, Kashnaya. You will see the irreversible changes. By the end of 3 days, by the end of 4 days, patient is all right. Gradually he is getting up from the bed. The speech is getting dysarthric. That is Aspashta Vak, Gadgada Vak, Naro Api Bhavet, Muka, Minmina, Gadgadaha. Sushruta speaks. He becomes Muka, he may become Minmina, Gadgada, or Aspashta Vak, Dysarthria, difficulty in articulation. By the involvement of 7th cranial nerve, facial nerve. Now Ardhita Sahita Pakshagata has been spoken in the Shastra. Pakshagata Ardhita Rahita, Pakshagata Ardhita Sahita. Ardhita Sahita or Ardhita is a separate entity. So there is a speech involvement. Then Vacharasayana, no doubt. One of the such yogas, what is said is Kalyanak Avaleham. So Kalyanak Avaleha, along with the Nimbūrasa, is given for Charvanartha. Now Nimbūrasa is Amla, and that will produce a lot of taste. By the prayog of the Kalyanak Avaleha with the Nimbūrasa, you will get the salivation, which is increased, will come down. Bodhaka Rasa, Pramanata Vriddhi, Bodhaka Kapha, which is getting Pramanata Vriddhi, will gradually come down. Now acting on the Kapha dosha, and he says, Naro api bhavet matta kokila nisvanaha. So this is Vasanta Rutu. You will be hearing the kokilas, the kuhu will be singing beautifully. In that way, Kalyanak Avaleha Prayoga will increase the voice. Kantya, Kantahitam Yastimum. Vacha Prayoga as Saraswati, Mitra Sayana, and Kalyanaka Avaleha Prayoga for Charvanartha and Jihva Pratsanartha. In that way, the condition may reverse. You will see some of the other problems. Irreversible neurological deficit. Irreversible neurological deficit in which condition is not getting returned back. So patient will have to compromise and gradually he may come back to normalcy or there will be a permanent neurological deficit. For example, subarachnoid hemorrhage, subdural hemorrhage. In the Charaka Siddhi, there is an important area where Acharya Charaka speaks about, when in Ashtanga Sangra also will come across. Shirasi Abhihate, by the Abhigat of the Shiro Marma. Now, Shiro Marma is a Sadhya Pranahara. And that Shirasi Abhihate, by the Shiro Marma Abhigata, Manyastamba, Ardhita, Tandra, Pakshagati Rogas are possible. Subdural hemorrhage by the Shiro Marma Abhigata and subarachnoid hemorrhage causing death. Or patient may get severe stupor. Stuporous. What happens here? Intracranial swelling. Intracranial swelling or edema causing raised intracranial pressure. Once if the intracranial pressure is raised, naturally what happens? Patient will be in a stage of stuporous. Always stuporous. Tandrita, Sukhaswapna Prasangvittam, Dukkadveshana Noluta, and Nidrarthasya Seva will be in a drowsy mood. So there is a Kapha Avarana by the Murta Kapha, embolus. The embolism causing avarodha for the dati of Vayu, and gradually this embolism may be relieved or he may have to compromise with a deficit throughout his life. Irreversible neurological changes. Pakshagata becomes asadhya. Asark Sravana is also one of the hetus. That is why in the Pakshagata Prakarana, in the Vatavyadi Prakarana, you will see Dhatukshaya, Margavarana, Asarkshaya, or the blood loss. Lohitaksha is one of the marma. Lohitaksha marma injury. Abhigata by the to the Lohitaksha marma, maybe the brachial vessels, maybe the femoral vessels, and if these trunks are injured, huge amount of blood loss will be there. Sutika Bala Vrutanam Asarkshayate. In Vaishyajarata, we will come across a sloka in Sutika after labor. During parturition, lot of blood is lost, and that woman will be developing an embolism. So this embolism is circulated throughout the body, and it may get lodged into an area, and there may be a possible and a permanent, irreversible change. Lohita Kshayena Pakshagata, Lohita Kshayena, and hypovolemia, and formation of embolism, formation of thrombus, causing Pakshasada, Pakshagata. So in Pakshagata, as said earlier, already Avyakta Lakshanam Tesham Puru Rupam iti Smrutam. Avyakto Alpavyakto Va. Patient may come with very minimal symptoms and he may come out with all the possible symptoms told in the Shastra. If there is Tivra Dhatukshaya, Kevala Vata Janita Pakshagata will become Asadhya as per Sushruta. If there is association of kapha, then there will be reversible change. That is Shaitya Shofa, Gurutvani, Tasmin Nevacha, Kapha Vrate, cold and clammy extremities. We have to go for Udvartana, Parisheka, and other Kafakna Vidana in the beginning. In such a way, Prayoga of Virechana is very, very important. Though Vatavyadi, in which Basti is the highest upakrama, Basti should be the ultimate upakrama. Why Virechana has been spoken. Here, in the Vatadosha upakrama, it is said that Vatasya upakramam, sneham, svedam, samshodanam, mrudu. Sneham, svedam, samshodanam, mrudu. Sneha yukta svedana. That is kaya sekam. It is chill. Parisheka. So taila parisheka. Sokoshta taila parisheka. Vatashini taila, pinda taila, or dhanvantra taila, karpasasthadi taila, like Vishesha taila yogas are explained in Vatavyadi. So these different taila yogas, according to availability or dosha involvement, according to the condition, they are advised. Karpasa asti bala ati balanam. Karpasa asti, cotton seed oil is a very, very important vatahara. Nadi vasotas uttejaka. So the nervous tissue is getting stimulated by the karpasasti. This karpasasti yoga has been told for pana, asti, nasya, bhingadishya yoye. Chatush prayogathanti. Pana or panartha madhyamatra. Or it is madhyamapaka. Sevyatailam. Or basti, that is basti pakam or the madhyamapaka. Then abhyanga nasyadishya yoye. Ardita, Pakshagata, Anustamba, Karnashula, Adiryadi, different rogas are treated with a prayoga of Karpasastya Taila. In the Vatavyadi, you do come across the Masha Taila and Mahamasha Taila. There is also another Taila called as Niramisha and Samisha. What is Niramisha? Without any flesh, without any Mamsarasa, purely vegetarian. What is Samisha? Amisha Yukta, that is Mamsa Yukta. It becomes more and more Guru, Balya, and Santarpana Karaka. If there is a degeneration, if you expect there is an atrophy, disused atrophy in Pakshagata patients, in Vatavyadi patients, execute and do the prayoga of Mahamasha Tailam. Mashadikamitim Tailam, Ashitir Vatavyadi Vinashakam. The set of 80 types of Nanatmaja Vatavyadis, starting from Hasta Brahmsha, Vada Brahmsha, and the ultimate end Vyadis like Anavatsatva. From the Nakaveda, Vatavyadi starts. From the Nakaveda, from the end of the body, Naka, and it ends with the psycho-neurological component like Atatva Vinivesha, Anavatsatva. So this Mashadika Taila, Masha Taila, or Pana, Basti, Nasya, Abhyanga. So in Pakshagata, Snehanam Sweda Sayuktam, Snehana Svedana. And Abhyanga followed by Sweda. Abhyanga followed by different Svedana Vidhanas. Snehanam Sweda Sayuktam. In that way, one of the very important Sneha Sweda Vidhana, Stigdha Sweda Vidhana, developed in the southern part is Palpuga or Kshira Dhumam. Kshira Dhuma, Bala Panchanga Churna is taken or Bala Mula Churna is taken. Either Bala Panchanga Churna or Bala Mula Churna. We have to prepare the Kshira Paka, and patient should get the Abhyakta Gatra. So Snehana, Abhyanga, Snehabhyanga, Sravanga Abhyanga should be carried out with Vatahara Taila, Dhanvantram, or the set already Mahamasha Taila and so on. After Abhyanga, he'll be given this Kshira Bashpa Sweda or Kshira Dhumam, generally called. This Kshira Dhumam is supposed to be very, very effective in Ardhita Vata. In Ardhita Vata, maybe a condition like facial palsy, or maybe a condition like the Bell's palsy, or even conditions like trigeminal neuralgia. Trigeminal neuralgia, Ananta Vata, Ardhava Vedaka, Anyato Vata, like different findings. Vakri Karoti Nasa Bru, Lala Takshi Hanustata. Vakri Karoti Nasa Bru. So there is an obliteration of the nasolabial fold. Lalata and the folds of the forehead is lost. Akshi, there is Akshigata Lakshana, like Akshi Vidasa, Bru Vidasa, Vartma Harsha, like conditions ptosis, or the palpebra is getting paralyzed. Lalat Akshi Hanustata Hanugata Lakshanas Mukam Jimmam Karoti Cha. Nasolabial fold is obliterated and Mukha Jimmata increased angulation of the mouth. Orbicularis oris muscle is failed. There is a paralysis. Now, in facial paralysis, in Bell's palsy, you will see all these different possibilities. Before the entry, at the level of the styloid foramen, if there is any lesion, you have to call the condition as upper motor neuron, eminent palsy. After emerging into the styloid foramen, when that comes to the facial foramen, the facial nerve, the seventh cranial nerve, if there is any changes, any paralysis, that is defined as the Bell's palsy. Usually, the LMN palsy prognosis is very poor, but they gradually repair. Sometimes they have to bear with this particular vakrata or deformity. That is why there is a rupantara in Avarana. A word applied is rupantara, permanent damage. Rupavrutti, lakshanas are increased. Rupakshaya, sometimes there is angasada or angavaikulya. In that way, in pakshagata, there is rupavrutti in the beginning, vata prakopa, and ultimately there is rupakshaya. So, ardita mata, mukam jimmam karotsa, vakri karoti nasapu, and kanto karna shravana gandharu. So, karna pradesha, the auricular region, shravana gandharu. For that particular problem, snehanam sweta sayuktam pakshagate virechanam. So, in pakshagata, why virechana? Vatasya upakramam sneham swedam samshodhanam mrudu. Mrudu samshodhana, what is the meaning of samshodhana? Samshodhana is ultimately virechana. How will you achieve the benefit of mrudu samshodhana? By the prayer of eranda sneha. Erandam tu prashyam vadaharam. Gritam tilloka siddham va sattala shankini mevacha. Gritam tilloka siddham cha sattala shankini mevacha. Payasa eranda telena kribe toshaharim shiva. Payasa eranda telena, along with the kshira, eranda sneha should be given. Now there are different eranda kalpanas in the Shastra. Gandharva hastadi eranda, Nimbamrita eranda, Nirgundi eranda, eranda sukumara, and so on. Nirgundi eranda, one of the very, very beautiful eranda snehas. Simple Sindhuvara kalka, Nirgundi kalka, Nirgundi Sarasa, and Nirada Tela. You have to do the paka. In Kati Vankshana Shura and Gritasi Vata, in Vaidya Manorama, you will come across. Why? Because in Kati Vankshana Pradesha, there will be Tivra Shula, and Eranda Sneha is given, Vibandha is relieved, upon Vaikunna is rectified, and you are getting Sroto Shuddha. Similarly, Gandharva Hastadi Eranda, Gandharva Hasta Chirabilva, Utasha Vishwa. Gandharva Hasta, again Eranda. Erandadi Kashaya, Gandharva Hastadi Kashaya, along with Eranda Sneha, with the same Kalka. Gandharva Hasta Chirabilva, it is Katu Krishna. Hutasha, Chitraka, Vishwa, Shunti, again Pachana. Such Dravya, Samskrita, these Dravyas are taken for Kashaya. Samskrita, Sneha Yoga is given for Samshodhana or Virechana. So, Vatasya, Upakam, Sneham, Swedam, Samshodhanam, Mrudu. Snehanam, Sweda Sayuktam, Pakshagata Virechana. So, you will advise Virechana out of Eranda Sneha. By that, the thrombus, the embolism or the occlusion, whatever is there, gradually it will get discharged or thrown away. That Sanchita Mala will come out and getting vanished. Then another meaning of Samshodhana is again Virechana. Why? We will have the possibility of involvement of the Raktava Srotas. Yada Srotamsi Riktani Puraitva Anilobali Karoti Vividhan Vyadin Sarvanga Ekanga Samshita. Yada Srotamsi Riktani Puraitva Anilobali and Rikta Srotas, Raktava Srotas. So here comes the stenosis, atresia, and atrophic changes, even arteriosclerosis. Arteriosclerosis induced neurological deficit like hemiparesis. Further in Raktapitta, we will come across Virechana. So, Rakta Dhatu, its Upadhatu is Sira Kandara. In Pakshagata, there is involvement of Sira and Kandara. Sira Kandara, Kandara is the ligament, Kandara is the attachment, ultimately. The muscular tissue, the motor system, the power, gradings are gradually lost in hemiplegia and various neurological problems. By giving Virechana Karma, Kandara Vikriti, that is the Upadhatu, Janya Vikriti. Further, the Dhatu which is involved, Rakta Dhatu, the thrombus, embolism, etc., which are formed. Because in Vidishonitiya, Charaka clears this issue. Kafadushita Rakta, Pittadushita Rakta, and Vatadushita Rakta. Kafadushita Rakta will become Manda, Snigdha, and it becomes Guru. A clinician was speaking to me, Doctor, we have ecosprin, we have atorvastatin in our practice. In order to liquefy the blood, he was speaking in a very simple language. We will be liquefying the blood by giving all these ecosprin, aspirin, or the acetyl salicylic acid and so on. Correct. Then I thought these different pharmacological preparations, they are basically Ushna. They are basically Tikshna. Because coagulation, whatever the clotting is there, whatever the thrombus or embolic episodes are there, it is getting liquefied and removed by the usage of atorvastatin and the triglyceridemia, hyperlipidemia, hypercholesteremia, like issues are getting targeted by these drugs. Then we have similar drugs and similar prakarana in the Kafadushita Rakta. Rakta becomes Snigdha, Pichila, Manda, and Guru. Viscosity component of the blood is increased. Whenever the viscosity component of the blood is increased, what we are going to give? We are going to give Lekhaniya Dravya. We are going to advocate Pramati Dravya. Nirasyati Pramati Syat Maricham Vacha. Vacha Rasayana and Vacha Prayoga already we have discussed. In that way, Tapyadiloha. Tapyadiloha is indicated in Yakrit Roga. No doubt. Tapyadiloha, another indication is Pandroga. But why in Pakshagata, Acharya advocates Tapyadiloha? And what is Anupana? For Tapyadiloha in Pakshagata, Chikisa, Anupana is Manjishta Kashaya. Manjishta is Rakta Prasadaka. Manjishta is Vata Shoditahara. Manjishta is the beautiful vasodilator. When Tapyadiloha, that is Raupya Makshika. Tapya is also synonym for Sarna Makshika also. Now Sarna Makshika or the Raupya Makshika, basically the copper iron pyrite. Copper, Tamra is Lekhaniya. Tamra is Shoto Shodaka. And Loha is also Lekhaniya, Tikshna, Ushna, Kafagna, Medohara. So the lipids, lipidemia, the block, embolism, thrombus, or whatever, the Kafadushita Rakta will getting treated by the prayoga of Pramati Yoga, Shoto Shodhana Yoga, Tapyadiloha, along with Manjishta Kashaya. That is why when we come across the Pakshagata Chikisa, Snehanam Chedasingtam Pakshagata Virechana. Virechana. Further, in Raktapitta, also Virechana is the treatment. In Raktapitta, because there is a bleeding tendency in many hemiplegic patients, subarachnoid hemorrhage, subdural hemorrhage, or lacunar infarcts. In the MRI or the CT scan, patient will show or attender will show, this is my finding. This is the finding of my parent. So that if there is a lacunar infarct with the bleeding tendency, definitely Virechana, that is Raktapitta Upakrama. So here, Virechana is the Upakrama for Raktapitta, bleeding tendency, and for Virechanartha, we have to select very suitable items. Again, Gratam Tiloka Siddhamma, Saptalashanti Nimevacha, Payasa Eranda Telina, Pibe Tosha Harim Shiva. Apart from that, Nimbamrta Eranda, now Nimbamrta Vrisha Patolaka, Nididika, that is Panchatikta, Uduchi, Nimbamulatta, Vishak Mata, Nididika, Patola Patramitheater, Panchatikta Mihochate. Guduchi, Nimbamulatva. Guduchi is there. When they are cooked in Eranda Sneha, Eranda Taila, it is given whenever there is Pitta Samsarga. Now, in Rakta Pitta or bleeding tendency, followed by the possibilities of Pakshagata and other Vata Vyadhis. So, this is the line of treatment. Snehanam, Svedasingtam, Pakshagate, Virechana. Further, hypertension is another very, very great area. Hypertensive encephalopathy And hypertension, its complication is neurological deficit like hemiplegia. Hypertension, so lateral pressure is exerted over the periphery, so that we have to decrease the hypertension. Virechana found to be very, very effective treatment modality to control the hypertensive. Lot many studies says that. What happens here? The increased fluid level is getting discharged, thrown away by the Kosta Virechana and even by the Prayoga of the Mutra Virechana yogas. So Gokshura, Eranda Prayoga. Gokshura and Eranda. Gokshura is acting on the genitourinary system. Gokshuram, Purusham Vataharam. Eranda Purusham Vataharam. Both Gokshura and Eranda acting on the Apana Pradesha, and Gokshura, Eranda Sneha along with the Kshira is given in hypertension because there is a diuretic effect and the alimentary canal is also cleansed. So preventive measure. In that way, the hypertension encephalopathy followed by a possibility of getting hemiplegia can be stopped, arrested at that level. Pakshagate Virechanam. And if there is an already a blown case of hypertension followed by the involvement of neurological components, then also Virechana becomes a beautiful line of treatment. In Pakshagata, it is not only Virechana, even Vasti and Nasya, Murda Thaila or the Mastishka are also the Upakramas. Visheshat Mastishka Shrovasti, Sushrita says, Abhyanga Seka Pichavo Vastishketi Chaturvidaha, Shiro Abhyanga, Shiraseka, Shirodhara, Pichavo, Shiro Pichu, and Shiro Vasti, Vastishketi Chaturvidaha. Murda Thailam Samakyatam, Uttarottara Gunavardakam, Visheshat Mastishkya Shirovasti. Mastishkya also called as Shirovasti, Mastishkaya Hita Mastishkya. Why Mastishkya? As an Udbhavasthana or in the Srutamsi, in the Shastra, we will never get the possibility of involvement of Mastishkya as reference. Now, what is Mastishka here? Avilina Gritakaraha, Mastishka, Mastulunga Majja. Avilina Gritakara, it is just like Avilina Grita. And Grita in Avilina Akara, it is there in the Shirakapala Asti. That means, Acharya says, Mastishka should be nourished with Grita. Mastishka should be nourished by Taila. Mastishka is one of the seeds for Vata. Pavamano Adishirshita. In Atharvaveda, there is a reference. Pavamano Adishirshita. Adishirsha, there is Shirobhaga. The seat is of Vayu, Pranavayu, Udanavayu, and even Vyana. They are all moving in the Shirobhaga. Then we have to treat this Vata with Mastishkya Upakramas. That is why Sushruta, Anutailam Vimardhanam, Anutaila for Abhyangartha, Anutaila for Nasyartha, and Vishesha Shirovasti, Mastishka Vidana. Nasya is also one of the very important areas. Nasya. So here, the medicines which are cooked, which are treated with Taila, Grita, or different sources, they are instilled through the nostril. Nasikayam Dhyata iti Nasyam. And it is the very, very nearest route of administration. Further, the Shringataka Marma, already it is well known. By that, there is a stimulation of olfactory pathway. There is stimulation of the nerve conduction. Further, by the virya of Nasya Dravya, like Shadbindu Taila, Anu Taila, Karpasatya Taila, or other Taila yogas used in the Pakshagata, like Bhunaga Tailam. Bhunaga, one of the contents identified in Bhunaga is Tamra. Tamra, as discussed earlier, is Sotoshodaka, Lekan. When Bhunaga Taila is given for Nasyartha, Ardhitavata, Pakshagata, etc. are treated. Mainly the thrombus, embolism, they are getting melted. Further, the blood flow will increase. In such a way, Nasya Upakrama with the different Sneha yogas. And after that comes the Vasti. Though Virechana is the ideal treatment, in the line of treatment, in the Pakshagata Shiksha Sutra, Virechana has been given much importance. After that, the Upokrama like Nasya or the Shirovirechana with the various Sneha yogas. As well, Vasti is also indicated. That is Eranda Muladi, Niruha Vasti. And Japana Vastis. Eranda Mula, Tripalam Palamsham, Tata Palamsham, Nagupancha Mulam, Rasna, Bala, Chinna Rohashwaganda, Punarvaga, Aragbuda Devadav. Kalkair, Grita, Chaudhary, Utas Satailo, Utas Supportna Mataila, Yukta. So this Eranda Muladi, Niruha, basically indicated in Vatavyadi, in Ashmari Roga, in Katigraha, Gridrasi, and having other Sotoshodana benefit. So this Eranda Muladi Niruha, Eranda the Vasti. Eranda, which is treated with Kshira. Eranda Kshira is also one of the Dravyas used for Vasti. Like different Niruvasti yogas, Anuvasana Vasti yogas. Anuvasana Vasti, Shuddha Bala Taila, Kshira Bala Taila, and Dhanvantara Taila, Ketaki Muladi Taila. In Astimajjagata Vata, we will come across one of the such Taila yoga, Ketaki Mula, Bala Atibalana, Yat Bahalena Rasena Vipakvam, Analpam Tushodakam, Yuktam, Marutam, Astikatam Vinihanti. If there is Tivra, Astishula, Sandishula, and Asti Majjagata Lakshana, because in Pakshagata, the Majja Dhatu, Saratnam Meda Uchyate, that is also involved. And the involvement of the Purisha Dhara Kala, involvement of the Majjadhara Kala has been spoken by Sushruta. In the Vishayaveka Prakarana, Majjadhara Kala Vikriti, Purishadhara Kala Vikriti. And for the involvement of these Kalas, Virechana and Vasti are the Upokrama. So by the prayer of the Ketaki Mula Ditela, Ketaki Mula, Bala Ati Balana, Yat Bahalena Rasena Vipakvam, Analpam, Toshoda Kayutam, Marutam, Astikatam Vinihanti. Apart from that, afterwards, you will come across some of the important Aushadha yogas. So we'll brief in a nutshell what are the Aushadha yogas. Ashtavarga Kashayam. Ashtavarga Kashayam. It is not the Kakoli, Kshira Kakoli, Jivanti, Jivakarshapaka Ashtavarga of this yoga. Sa Sindhuvara Lashunai Ashtavargo Anilapa. Sa Sindhuvara Lashunai. Lashuna. So regarding Lashuna Rasayana, already Shuddha Kalko, Rasonasya, Telatayana Vishrita, discussion is made. And Pittarakta Vinudumukteshu, Sarveshu, Samasteshu, Avarana Matha. Lashuna Rasana is absolutely indicated when there is Kapha involvement in Vata involvement. If there is Daha Lakshana, Murcha Lakshana, and Pittarakta, if there is some tendency of bleeding, then at that moment you don't advise Lashuna. Then, Sa Sindhuvara Lashunaihi, Attavarko Anilapaha. So this Lashuna Yukta, Sindhuvara Yukta, Nirgundi Yukta, Attavarga Kashaya is Sakala Vatavyadihara, especially in Pakshagata and other modes of Vatavyadis. As discussed already, Dhanada Nayanadi Kashaya, Rasna Saptaka Kashaya, Maharasnadi Kashaya, Rasnamrita Valayasti, Bokshura Eranda Jaisutaha, Eranda Taila Sayukto, Ruthim Antragatam Jayet. In Sharangadra Madhyama Kanda, Rasnamrita Valayasti Bokshura Eranda Jaisutaha, Eranda Taila Sayukta. So there is already Eranda, you will have to add Eranda. And regarding Rasna, there is a lot of controversies, but this Rasna, whether it is Alpina Galanga and this particular Rasna is Tuchya Lancerata, so botanically we have to identify it. In my opinion, both are equally good and wonderful. Different Rasna Kalpas, like Rasna Dashamura Kashaya, Maharasna Kashaya, Rasna Saptak Kashaya, they're all equally good in Pakshagata and Vatavaya. Maha Yogaraja Gugulu Sahita Rasna Kashaya. Yogaraja Gugulu, for Yogaraja Gugulu in Sharangadara, again 14 different Anupanas are. Probably Yogaraja Gugulu is the most ideal yoga. Chandraprabha Gugulu or Chandraprabha, what is another yoga wherein Anupana Vaishistya has been described in Shastra and it is practiced also. Sharangadara says Yogaraja Gugulu having different Anupana as per dosha and as per roga. For example, Maharasnadi Kvata Sanyukta Ashitir Vata Vyadin Vyapohati. If the Maharasnadi Kasha is given along with Yogaraj Gugulu, then Ashitir Vata Vyadin Vyapohati. 80 types of Vata Vyadi are treated. Vidanyadi Pata Sanyukta Pitta Vyadin Nibarhati. And if it is given along with the Vidaryadi Kvata, Pitta Samuha Vyadis are attended. Kana Madhu Sanyukta Kafajan Sarvan Vinihanti. If Kana, Pippali and Madhu are given as Sanupana, then Kafa Samuha Rogas are treated. Nimba Nirkundika Vata Sanyukta Vranan Sarvan Vipohati. The Vrana or the varicose ulcer, Vata Shonita Nimittaja, Dirkakala Unbadi Vrana, Dutta Vrana, they are treated with Yogaraja Gugulu along with Nimba Nirkundik Vata. And with the Kshira Anupana, the same Yogaraja Gugulu becomes Drishya. So this Yogaraja Gugulu is a definitive remedy in series of Vata Vyadis. Such important yogas I like to speak is the Brahat Vata Chintamani. Brahat Vata Chintamani, Vruddhopi Tarunaspardi, Kandarpa Sama Vikrama. Vruddhopi Taruno Yati, Kandarpa Sama Vikrama. There is Patantara. Vruddha in the geriatric age group, or due to degeneration, if he gets the series of Vata Vyadis like cerebral atrophy or erectile dysfunction, etc., then Tarunaspardi, he will be fighting just like an young adult, Kandarpa Sama, and his Rupa will become just like Manumata. So probably, I hope there are so many components to speak in the neurological problems, and the neurological problems like Pakshagata, like Ardita, like the carpal tunnel syndrome, that is Kallitu, Kala, Pada Jangur, Karamula, Avamotanatvam, and so on. Along with the involvement of the speech disorders, with those particular issues, patients will come. And another very important area what is addressed is the diabetic neuropathy. And probably, if another opportunity comes, so we'll continue this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We have got only some important questions, sir, about the session. We will ask only important ones. The question is from Dr. Shobha Etnal, madam. Hello, sir. Gata Vata and Ashrita Vata, for example, Pakvashaya Ashrita Vata and Pakvashaya Gata Vata. What is the difference, sir?
So, Gata Vata basically comes, there are three different areas for Gatatva, that is Doshagatatva and its reference. For example, in Jvara Roga, Pitta Dosha attains Gatatva, Rasagata Jvara, Raktagata Jvara, Mamsagata Jvara, and so on. Here, Pitta dominant symptoms go to the tissues level. Kushta is an example, Kapha-pradhana Tridoshas penetrates deeper into the tissue components. That is Raktagata Kushta, Mamsagata Kushta, Asti Majjagata Kushta, and so on. Vata Vyadi is a beautiful example wherein Dhatu Gatatva of Vayu, that is Drogata Vata, Raktagata Vata, Mamsagata Vata, and so on. So Gata Vata phenomenon basically come across to the Saptadhatu and Dosha. But Amasha Gata Vata and Pakvasha Gata, wherein the visceral organs, even Hridgata Vata is also spoken. They are Vata. So Hridgata Vata, no symptom. Hridayashite Gate Vate, Vibet Amshumati Siddhampaya. Amasha Gate Vate, Yoga Shabdarana Evacha. Pakvash Gate Vate. So that is the prayoga of the Anuvasana, Avagahana, and Avapidaka, just Adonamagata Vata. So, but when we go to the Ashrita Vata, there comes Kostashrita Vata. Kostashrite Dushto Nigraho mutra varchaso. Koštashito dushto nigraho mutra varchaso. Bratna hridroga gulmarsha kapshta grahadaya. Kudapakvashagata vata and koštashita vata. So gastroneurological components, vata, especially samana vata and apana vata gati avarodha will be there, and their symptoms are progressive. Wherein ashraya and gatatva, there is not much difference. But when the dhatus are spoken, sandhi gata vata, asti gata vata, majja gata vata, that is the meaning. And when the visceral organs are taken, both of these terms are considered. Mainly, you have to target apana, that is the basic line of treatment in the form of virechana, basti, and so on. Yes.
Sir, one question is from Dr. Mallikarjun. His question is, what is the difference, so like how to interpret myalgia, paresthesia in Ayurveda, sir?
Yes. In the Nanatmuja Vikara. Now the Nanatmuja Vyadhis are spoken very well by Acharya Charaka, and commentators further discuss this very well. Every student, every practitioner should read about and analyze, and very important question asked by Dr. Mallikarjun. But also in Sharangadhara and other texts also we come across. Why? Because when we do the prayer of different yogas, all the symptoms are very well addressed. Now, Suchi Vedavatodaha, Vedaha, Shulaha, Nistodaha, probably in the research we have to find out what are the degrees of pain and paresthesia involvement. For example, Shula, this is a particular term, Shira Shula, Parsha Shula, Basti Shula, so colicky pain and aching pains. Ruja, done for Roga. Sukti Swapa Harsha. Shota Prakarana, Acharya describes Sukti Swapa Harshana Jinjini Kritva. The area becomes totally numb, and that is why in the very beginning I told one particular symptom out of Urustampa, wherein Tatra Parakiya Ivabasa Bhavet. So the Uru Pradesha becomes Parakiya, means belonging to somebody else. That way we have to categorize, and probably we'll have to design an equipment in this particular regard, and what is what we'll definitely come across. That is how Prasarani Taila. So Prasarani Taila is specially indicated in Sukti Swapa Harsha. Acharya highlighted this, and Naidanika Samprapti has developed and executed this yoga. I believe this is the clinical area where I am answering it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your thought-provoking session, and taking out time for us and speaking so many clinical aspects. We expect such classes in future also. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Our support will be always there. Whenever time comes, we'll join with you, and we will share our experience. Not only that, so Tadvidya Sambhasha should be a continuous process. Thank you. Thank you, Vidyasagar. Okay.